Today we'll be taking a look at a lot of the stories and updates from this week's SmackDown, including everything going on with Roman Reigns, Aliyah, Ali, and more. Let's start things off with Aliyah and her big debut week on SmackDown. Aliyah was confirmed for Team Smackdown last week without even having a single match on SmackDown, but that all changed this week. Aliyah picked up the win over Natalya during the opening tag team match and got a huge reaction for her big win. That win marked her first win on SmackDown and her first win on the main roster altogether. Aliyah was in development for 7 years, so this win and this moment really was huge for her. You can see the genuine excitement in Aliyah's face, and the excitement in Sasha and Naomi's faces as well. So it was a huge win. It felt like she definitely earned her spot on Team Smackdown after that win. But that's when the story took a turn. Aliyah gets interviewed backstage about her big win and being on Team Smackdown, but gets approached by Sonya Deville. Sonya opens up the conversation by asking Aliyah how long she has known Naomi. But she quickly changed the topic and says that she's been advised to remove Aliyah out of Team Smackdown. So considering the Sonya versus Naomi story that's going on, it's safe to assume that Sonya is lying about being advised to remove Aliyah from the match. They're making it seem like Sonya is once again abusing her powers and making these booking decisions solely based off her personal issues with Naomi. Sonya probably saw Naomi out there celebrating with Aliyah and automatically assumed that they could be close friends. So she removed Aliyah since she was so friendly with Naomi, which is obviously wrong. That's not how an authority figure should operate. But since Sonya is a heel authority figure and she has this feud going on with Naomi, Aliyah's removal does make sense for the story and proves that Sonya isn't being professional at all, and all these personal issues with Naomi are now starting to affect other people's careers. So Aliyah is fully innocent here, but was unfortunately caught in between the crosshairs of Naomi and Sonya's ongoing battle. Now, with a few days away to go before Survivor Series, they have to find a replacement for Aliyah. Will it be Naomi? Will it be Sonya Deville herself? Or will it be another surprise? Lots of names and theories going around right now, so we'll have to see who takes that last spot. But fast forward later on in the night, and Aliyah was seen on the phone talking to someone about everything that has happened to her. Who was she talking to? Doesn't seem like that part was that important. It looks like the moment was just meant to show how frustrated and heartbroken she was. Aliyah then gets approached by Ali, and he starts giving his speech that he's going to be giving to a few superstars backstage lately. But he gets interrupted by Ricochet. Ricochet offers Aliyah some words of encouragement and then walks away together to leave Ali by himself. It really was a night of ups and downs for Aliyah, but we'll see what this conversation with Ricochet does for Aliyah. They did walk off camera while still talking, so we'll see if Aliyah does get back on track and keep her head high from whatever Ricochet had to say. So let's also talk about Ali and what we've been seeing from him over the last few weeks. Ali is coming off a heel turn from a few weeks ago, which saw him turn on his tag team partner. Things didn't really take off for Ali following that split. He suffered some big losses, and now it seems like he could be up to something that he once did before. This is, of course, being the idea of recruiting frustrated talent. He's been going up to several frustrated superstars over this last few weeks, trying to sell them on his vision, like he did last week, where he saw how badly Aliyah had been screwed over and tried to capitalize on that and attempt to recruit her. What Ali is doing right now seems to be a very similar situation to his recruitment of the original Retribution. Only difference being that Ali's recruitment for Retribution all happened off camera the first time around. But now, they're showing on screen that Ali is trying to probably recreate Retribution, get some superstars behind him again. In retrospect, Retribution was a pretty good idea and concept at the start, but the execution and writing of the faction was unfortunately very bland and directionless from the start, which made them face extreme failure. So what is the plan for Ali now? Is that what he's trying to accomplish again? Is he trying to recruit new talent for a new version of Retribution, a new project or vision he has? That's what they seem to be hinting at for him. He definitely wants to pair up again with some superstars who have the same frustrated mindset that he has in WWE. If that's what he's truly doing here, does it really make sense for him to recreate Retribution or a similar idea? Well, from a character perspective, Ali has to look at the first Retribution as a complete failure and a joke, compared to the original version of the group. Remember that it was revealed to us that Ali was in fact the WWE hacker. So between Retribution and the hacking, he's been trying to open the talent's eyes to the truths and all these schemes around them. Ali is a pretty deep character with so many motives and ideas, so we'll have to wait and see what WWE has in store for Ali. The thought of another Retribution-like group is not exactly exciting because of how they treated the original Retribution. If Ali is getting another cast together to be poorly written and forgotten about after 2 weeks, then of course, it's hard to get excited about that. But if there's a plan this time around for whatever Ali is up to, then it'll be interesting. So we'll have to continue to see what Ali does and who he tries to recruit for this new project that he seems to be working on. Let's get into everything with Roman Reigns. The first big note from Roman's storyline on SmackDown was his nod to The Rock during the show. This moment took place during his interview with Kayla Braxton, where he used The Rock's popular "It doesn't matter" line on Kayla before walking away and leaving her with Paul Heyman. So that was a nice little nod there to The Rock. Was it a teaser? Did it have any real significance? It's obviously way too early to tell. But Roman comes out for this match with King Woods. Kofi Kingston was written off with an MCL injury, so Woods had a lot that he was fighting for, and he actually had Roman Reigns on the ropes. Woods hit his finisher, goes in for the pin, but Jimmy and Jay save the day for Roman and end the match due to disqualification. Jimmy and Jay take the crown and place it on Roman's head to close out the show. So it is a bit worrisome and a bit weird to have a 440-day reign champion struggling with King Woods on SmackDown. It really looked like King Woods was close to beating Roman Reigns, which had some fans talking about how it made Roman look. Roman is supposed to be getting ready for The Rock in a few years, Brock Lesnar next year, but he's struggling with King Woods on a random episode of SmackDown. Maybe this specific finish was done because it protects both men. Roman very well could have still kicked out of the coast to coast, but since the match was stopped at that very moment, you can still argue the case that Woods could have pinned Roman. But now, Woods and Kofi have been taken out, leading for the perfect storyline between Roman and Big E at Survivor Series. Roman is looking to finish the job with the third New Day member, while Big E is looking to make Roman pay for his actions against Kofi and Woods. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on those notifications, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys!